What's up, everyone? Marc Lobliner, CEO, MTS Nutrition, creator of the Outright Bar, and Chief Marketing Officer, TigerFitness.com, here to talk a little bit about veganism, fats, and the reason why I can't fully go dive in for the vegan cause. Now, I want to be sure to say this really loud for the people in the back, because everybody needs to hear this. So people in the back, listen up! We don't need a microphone. We don't need anything. What we need is some common sense science. Now, watching the Game Changers movie and everything around veganism, they're claiming that glucose is your body's preferred fuel source, and I'm not going to argue with that. However, it is also the one non-essential fuel source your body has. Now, when looking at the claims that fats kill you, when looking at the claims that too much protein kill you, well, let's look at how the body works, right? Okay. Now, there are two essential nutrients in the body. There are essential amino acids, aka protein, essential fatty acids, aka fat. There's no essential carbohydrate. In fact, I can argue that fiber is not even essential. In my opinion, some fiber is needed for pooping reasons and all that good stuff. But, at the end of the day, you eat too much insoluble fiber, you have trouble absorbing nutrients, etc., etc. And also the fact carnivores aren't having their intestines fall out. The carnivore diet people, it's kind of showing me anecdotally that maybe we don't need as much fiber as we thought we did. I know it's crazy. Fiber has a lot of benefits, including being satiated, including, links to having lower rates of cancer, this, that, and the other. But the bottom line is there are two essential nutrients, guys. Fats and protein, and that leads me to the beef of this story. That leads me to what this story is about, to what this video is done with. Now, I was at the basement gym, rapping with two dudes named Mike. Michael, one of the owners, and he's a very smart individual. We were talking about a study that this guy did, and it's going to be released soon. I'm going to have him on my podcast about it. But if you want to know my podcast, I'm going to link it down below in my description. Please listen to it. It's really fucking good. Think about fats. Now, the problem with a vegan diet is we're relying on mainly plant-based fats. And the problem with plant-based fats, it's a lot of it, is going to be polyunsaturated fats. And let me go over the differences in fats, right? So you have the monounsaturated fats. In my opinion, this should be the fat you focus the most on. Tremendous health benefits, links to lower rates of heart disease, just heart health benefits. Monounsaturated fats are the king of fats, and that's one reason why I made the Outright Bar nut butter base. I was formulating a delicious bar for myself and my kids, and I wanted them to have the healthiest source of fats possible, and that would be monounsaturated. Where can you find that? Nuts, seeds, things like that, peanut butter, almond butter, different kind of nuts. Great source of fat. Another version of fat, which is found in a lot of the plant-based food, including bullshit vegetable oils, be polyunsaturated fat, which is a highly unstable fat, and I believe is pretty much the peasant of all fats. I'm not saying you should avoid it. I'm saying that I wouldn't aim to get extra polyunsaturates in my diet. Okay, another one you need to look at is EPA-DHA, aka found in beef, especially grass-fed varieties, aka found in fish oil. You get them from vegan sources. Your body converts plant fats, which is also known as alpha-linoleic acid, not alpha-lipoic acid, alpha-linoleic acid. Your body can convert that to EPA-DHA. However, it's a very inefficient process, and it kind of sucks, and you're not going to get much EPA-DHA. So essentially, if you're vegan, unless you find a good algae source, which is expensive and limiting, you're not going to be getting enough EPA-DHA, which can lead to some wonky things going on in your brain. And also, I'll go into, hold on, I'm going to go in this later. Another thing I'd like to mention is saturated fat. Saturated fat, in my opinion, is essential for hormonal functioning. And I do think the body or the human diet should be comprised of at least 10%, preferably 20% saturated fats. Where do you get those? Coconut oil, right? Coconut oil, which is a plant source, or, animal products, right? Now, I want you to get animal products because another thing, which isn't a fat, it's actually a chemical steroid, is cholesterol. Now we have found that cholesterol, vegans will say it kills you, it causes cancer, etc., etc. There's plenty of data showing that dietary cholesterol does not lead to an increase in serum cholesterol. And I can also argue that a higher sugar or a higher insulinogenic diet or a higher insulin diet, a diet that spikes your insulin up and down, much like a carb-based vegan diet would be more deleterious to cholesterol levels than simply eating dietary cholesterol. I know it sounds crazy, but the body works in mysterious ways. To that, I will say that cholesterol, you want cholesterol in your diet. It's naturally occurring in animal products. For example, in whey protein, it is naturally occurring. And the one you want to avoid, but not completely go crazy over avoiding it, trans fats. They really don't do much good for you, but they're not going to kill you unless it's the main source of fat. I'm not one of those avoid trans fat at all costs guys. That's not me. I'm a balance and moderation type guy. So let's put this in order of importance, right? Monounsaturated fat, that's the one you want the most of. Again, tremendous health benefits for blood pressure, for everything. Basically, you're looking at a very, very, very healthy fat. Think olive oil, which has been linked in the Mediterranean diet to have a bunch of applications for overall health, okay? The second one I'd put in there would be, to be honest with you, saturated fat. Saturated fat, in my opinion, is very important. I think you can get by on monounsaturates and saturates, really, but I'm going to go into which third one I'm going to have. Here's the reason. The reason being in that saturated fats, your body likes them. They play a role in testosterone, and they're stable, unlike polyunsaturated fats. Now, saturated fat, I know if it's saturated, you put it in the fridge, and it hardens. Right? Now, your body likes using those. Your body likes saturated fat. And I don't believe it should be 100% of your diet. I'm not a keto guy who's eating ribeye and bacon every meal. I do believe that at least 10% of your diet should be saturated fats. And if you're a vegan, again, there are vegan sources, but I like to see some animal products in people's diets. And also, this beyond the scope of this video, but if you're looking at a protein source, well, the biological value of plant-based proteins is usually between 30 and 50, whereas the biological value of egg is 100. The bioavailability of whey is about 150. So just put in perspective, you have triple the power of your protein for every gram you eat. What your body's actually able to use via biological value when you drink whey protein versus when you eat tofu. Okay? So what's next? Well, it's actually a form of polyunsaturates, and that would be EPA, DHA. EPA and DHA you can find in fish oil. Those are tremendous, and this is why I like monounsaturates, EPA, and DHA. They're extremely anti-inflammatory. And if you find the carnivore diet, one thing I'll always say, if you have an autoimmune disorder, the carnivore diet's great in that it doesn't have many allergens. So it is a hypoallergenic diet. Now, when you eat mainly monounsaturates and fish oil, your body will have a lower level of inflammation. What we found by seeing all this new data is inflammation is a marker for a lot of diseases. So if we keep inflammation down, we keep disease at bay. Now, I believe that a vegan diet, although healthier than an SAD or a standard American diet, its main source of lacking is you're getting in a lot of polyunsaturated fats, which is an unstable fat and does not have the beneficial properties of a monounsaturated, saturated fat, EPA, DHA based program, right? So, as far as trans fats, again, if you eat a cookie and it has trans fats in it, don't fucking go crazy. Don't run around. Don't think you just committed suicide. But again, I wouldn't be supplementing with a trans fat pill. Just my advice. So what is my take home to this? My take home is if you're a vegan, you can do just fine. But I'm not going on. I was just listening to an interview by London Real with some doctor who is vegan versus carnivore. And his thing was, he went over the fats. Basically, he was talking about fats being evil. I disagree. I don't think fats are the reason why America is in the shitty shape it is now. I believe it was that shitty food pyramid where breads are at the bottom of your pyramid. That's bullshit. Honestly, what I think you should do from a diet standpoint is, eat your good meats, right? If you can afford them, again, don't put yourself in the poorhouse. Grass-fed beef, bison, wild-caught salmon. Amazing. Elk, right? And then pasture-raised eggs. Pastured eggs are amazing. The nutrients in an egg is, there's a plethora of nutrients, right? Eat plenty of fruits, berries, bananas. Eat plenty of vegetables, spinach, kale, all that good stuff, right? Eat as much fruit, eat as many vegetables as you can, and eat a good amount of fruit. Fruit's healthy. Get those phytonutrients, get those minerals, get those vitamins. Eat meat. You know, I like to see 1 to 2 pounds of meat a day. At least get 1 serving of meat for all the benefits. When you're choosing your meat, again, if you can afford it, which I can. If you can't, that's fine. Just get some meat. Get some whole food meat, right? Grass-fed beef, wild-caught salmon. Those are my 2 favorites. I have that right now in my fridge ready to eat. Now, I also like to see whey protein in there due to its immune benefits and due to its anorectic benefits and so many benefits of whey protein. I make MTS Nutrition Whey, have that in there. Or if you want a snack, the Outright Bar has mainly monounsaturated fats. It's based on peanut butter or almond butter, and it has whey protein isolate as it's 15 grams of protein, right? So I love that. That's how you can literally get some animal products. Hell, if you're a vegetarian or whatever and you're allowed to eat whey, I think you're in a good spot. But I do think there's some validity, some reason to have some fats in your diet from either wild-caught salmon, grass-fed beef, or both. I just posted this on Twitter. What I normally eat again, I normally get between probably 1 to 2 pounds of meat a day, right? So I get my meat from, I get my meat from either grass-fed beef or wild-caught salmon or bison. That's what I have right now. I start the morning every day with 2 pasture-raised eggs. I usually have between 4 and 8 scoops, depending on my hunger and my activity level, of MTS whey a day. I make that into a sludge. I eat 5 to 7 Outright bars a day. I usually average around 6 as my snack. I have to keep my calories up. I'll usually have an Outright bar after every meal just to get more calories in because I have an extremely fast metabolism and I'm extremely active. I box 3 days a week now and I weight train 7 days a week and I squat every single day. It's a lot of movement, and I also coach my kids, which is extremely active. So for me, I need all that food. I don't think I could function this well if I was a vegan. I do believe having that 1 to 2 pounds of meat per day plus the pastured eggs helps tremendously. And I also have a veggie shake every day. I use Ambrosia Planta, which is our plant-based protein from Ambrosia, my partnership with Mike Rashid and Sean Torbati, along with literally as much spinach as I could shove in the shaker, in the blender, and I put almond milk and I put ice in it. It's effing delicious. Sometimes a little extra sweetener. If I have a sweet tooth, I top it with whipped cream. So that's my diet. I'll usually have 2 pieces of toast, my eggs in the morning. So what I'm saying is we need to stop looking extreme. Look, I don't think anybody, look, if you're doing it for ethical, environmental reasons, more power to you as a vegan. I don't think you're being optimal. I think an optimal diet has some meat. Now, my partner, Sean Torbati, he actually has 1 serving of meat a day. But other than that, he's plant-based. I'm good with that. I'm not saying don't cut down on your meat. I'm not saying become a carnivore. I think that's completely extreme and silly. However, what I am saying is have a plant-based diet. Go ahead. One thing I know from data, what I've read, is fruits and veggies are good. They're healthy. Unless you eat the carnivore stuff, then the oxalates will prevent all the digestion of minerals and vitamins and you'll die, which is incorrect. I don't think vegans have an issue with getting enough nutrients. I think they have an issue with getting enough protein. I think they have an issue with getting the proper kinds of fat, which would be EPA, DHA, monounsaturated, not as much as monounsaturated, and saturated. So I do believe they need those in their diet. But I think they're just fine from a nutrient standpoint. And of course, if you want, add in, some items that'll definitely help you, like a snack, like whey protein is great. But other than that, that's what I'm looking at. So in order of importance, my fat hierarchy of needs, monounsaturated, saturates, EPA, DHA, polyunsaturated, and then of course trans fats. If you disagree with me, let me know. I'm just trying to bring some balance into your life. Everybody's over here, everybody's over here. I'm trying to come right in the middle and help you find what's best for you. So what I recommend you do, and I've done this myself, try the carnivore diet. And you know what? If you're feeling extra ethical, try going vegan. Try them both for at least 2 to 4 weeks apiece. And then try a balanced diet like I recommend. See which one you enjoy the most that makes you feel the best. And hey, if you can, get some blood work done. See what does. Anyway, guys, thanks so much for watching. Let me know your thoughts. Let me know your opinions. And also, just in case people want to know, which people ask, I'm going to link this down below. This is sforcewatches.com. This is under $200. Can you believe that, man? Under $200, coupon code Lobliner, you save an extra 10%. That'd be, if it's $200, $20. It's good savings. Anyway, coupon code Lobliner. Here's these. And of course, be sure to visit tigerfitness.com. Be sure to buy your Outright bars MTS way because I got bills to pay. However, if what I just said in the video pissed you off, just don't leave bad reviews. That's not a game. Stone Cold Steve Austin. Look who I ran into in LA.
It's good to meet you. I've been watching your videos a long time. Tell me about this protein bar.
So it's the Outright bar, man. It's all natural ingredients, made with real food. None of that. You ever want to work out? You want just a little snack, a little bar before training, but you know the other bars might give you a gut bump.
Right.
This is something that doesn't have any prebiotic fiber, no glycerin, no sugar alcohols. It's whole, real food.
That is a tasty bar.
Really?
It's easy to eat. It's not too chewy. Normally eat something like this with a big ass glass of milk. That's good.
So it's like a cookie.
Really good. No, it's not good.
If you want, we also have the. Want to try the almond butter one while we're here?
Love to.
All right. So this
That's a
is
badass bar.
This is made with almond butter, Steve.
That's a winner too.
Really?
He's badass. Good protein bars. Where can people find these?
Well, they can find it at any retail stores. You can find it at tigerfitness.com.
2 badass protein bars. So they get 2 double middle fingers up from Stone Cold Steve Austin, and that's the bottom line.